Several migrants connected to the beatdown of multiple New York City police officers were just arrested in Phoenix, Arizona. They're found at a Greyhound bus station after leaving New York, where they were freed without bail.
The problem of our time is that our government has spit on them citizens. Our president is afraid of losing, and that is why he is letting so many illegals into our country and allowing them to live here. Do you know why he's doing this? It's very simple. Biden needs more votes. It's disgusting. But because of people like him, people from foreign countries come into our homes and our children's schools and live next door to us, even though many of them you don't know what to expect. What happened today is for us to sort out.
Tom Feely is a former director of New York Ice Removals, and Tom joins me now. So now Bragg will finally present charges to the grand jury with regard to these folks. All it took was a cross-country escape for him to do so, Tom.
Todd, yeah, I was listening to the DA speak the other day, and he was like, you know, the reason I didn't ask for bail is because I didn't have enough evidence. Unless me and you are missing something, we're both looking at a video right now that portrays this whole event.
The presenter says the right thing. They were able to come here with no problem, and they will leave with no problem after their illegal actions. How awful is that? As we know, bail in the United States can be used to release a person who has been charged with crimes, but who in turn wants to go home and wait for trial in freedom. Bail is a certain amount of money that the hostage must pay to the court as a guarantee that he or she will return for trial and fulfill all the orders that will be given to him or her. Why do illegals have this right to give bail? We all realize that they can escape at any time.
What's so fascinating to me about what you just said and what Bragg said, it shows an underlying lack of understanding as to what bail is there for. Bail is there to keep people from fleeing. Here you have people that are extremely mobile who just did something and fled that scene. Why doesn't Alvin Bragg think that they will then flee again?
You know, he must have took different law classes, because you just hit a key point. Bail is meant to keep the defendant there and not fleeing. It doesn't say anything about whether you have enough evidence or if your case is solid or all these other things he keeps pointing to. Obviously, bail reform is a problem in New York State, but even the governor said that this charge clearly is a bailable offense and bail should have been applied.
I think that's a really big problem. It's not just a problem for New York, it's a problem for the whole country. What do we see next? The illegal migrant who attacked police officers in Times Square gave the middle finger to everyone after being released from custody by a Democratic prosecutor. 2 migrants were also arrested, bringing the total number of arrests to 7. Yoenri Brito, 24, and Jandri Barros, 21, were arrested and charged with robbery and assault. Why do so many Americans face the full extent of the law while they are able to evade it?
Kathy Hochul, the governor, has been okay on this, but I would argue the reason we're in this problem in the first place is just an overall lack of understanding from our elected leaders. Here's what Eric Adams had to say about the case. Listen.
While these 5 individuals are migrants, I want to reiterate the overwhelming number of 170,000+ migrants and asylum seekers are attempting to continue their next leg of their journey of pursuing the American dream.
Tom, he just doesn't get it.
Absurd. If they keep thinking that way, crime will continue to rise. Why is this happening? All because the current government is unable to properly monitor the country. Biden can't close the border and stop thinking only about himself, and that's terrible.
Can we ever truly solve this crisis if Democrat leaders like Eric Adams and Democrat leaders across the country fail to distinguish between legal immigration and illegal immigration?
Right, and the legal term is found in 8 USC and 8 CFR as a legal alien. Listen, New York can solve this problem today. All they have to do is stop being a sanctuary city, take ICE's lawful detainer that's issued with a lawful administrative warrant and a lawful administrative order of removal, and get rid of this horrible green light law that New York State has that prohibits New York State working with ICE.
We have a common sense idea. He speaks the truth and we must follow it. I think it is high time for the government to think about its own people and not about those who come from another country. The current government is doing everything it can to destroy the typical American system. How will we be able to go out and walk around the city with our children? They attack men, women, police officers. They don't care who you are. They care about the size of your wallet. The migrants just mock and rejoice. But when the government changes, I think this problem will be over. What do you think about it? Write your opinion in the comments and don't forget to watch other news on the channel.